Zadandani, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. I am here with my fellow hosts.
I'm Jack.
I'm Joker.
We have everybody today, so we're gonna have some fun with this one. And
Thank God we got the band back together.
oh yeah, so I don't even know which one this is, but yeah,
It's like 94 or something.
something like that. Um, but one thing that we did want, so one thing that we are going to be discussing, if I can make sure that I'm in the right spot, so
Eat shit, shock trooper.
oh, it's 93, but yeah, so
I was close.
close enough for Jazz.
Haha, I am a Cuisinart and you are just an armored imbecile. Well, here we go.
So we're actually going to have two topics today. The first one is going to be the shorter of the two, and then the second one, they're going to go crazy about Battlefront.
Star Wars Battlefront.
So yeah, we'll talk about that as the story continues. But we actually have another topic that we would like to bring up really quick, and rather than that, it's more of an announcement. We are going to be starting something very fun later in the year. Whether it's at the end of this year or we release it in January, I think January is the most likely option for this. But we are going to be starting something very fun, and that is the Nerd Chat Awards, or also Nerd Chat approved. But basically, for those of you who are wondering, this is going to be a very fun group of videos that we are going, well, maybe a group, maybe just one really long video. We have to figure out exactly how this is going to work out. But we are going to be doing.
It's an awards show.
It's an awards show, and that's the simple. That's simply what it is. We are going to be going over all of the media that we consumed throughout the year, and basically giving out awards. The most common thing that is going to be happening is we're going to be giving we're going to be giving the Nerd Chat approved awards in like things that are brand new, as well as things that have been around for a while, but maybe we just found out about them. But also keep in mind that this is for us. It's not necessarily every single thing that released throughout the year. We're not going to be talking about every movie that released or every show or every whatever.
It's smaller, but it's more personal, and I feel like it's more things that, it's a variety. Some, you may not have heard of them.
Exactly.
We may not have heard of some of the stuff that Joker has, and so on. And so it's important that way that it's diverse.
Yeah. And it's going to have a lot of awards that are going to be going out. And I think that that's going to be a lot of fun to see exactly how we are all going to be discussing all of these different things.
I swear to God.
But yeah, I think it's going to be fun. We're not going to like reveal every single what the awards look like until the actual day that releases. But we will be briefly going over the different categories that there are. We're not going to go over every single category for every single group, but basically, what are we going to be specifically discussing? So we're going to be discussing, firstly, movies. Obviously, tons of movies come out every year. It's kind of the reason why we decided to do this is because of the Oscars and how bad they are.
Yeah, that was definitely an inspiration.
Yeah, especially with the most recent one where it was so bad.
Yes.
But then we have shows. This is going to be whatever shows that we happen to watch. This might include anime, but it most likely will not. At most, if it is going to include anime, it is going to be mostly me and Joker who are going to be talking, who will be going over them. Jack doesn't really watch that much anime, so there's that.
Yeah, the only anime I watch is Dragon Ball. Sorry, guys.
We also will be going over regular books, so, and by that I specifically mean not manga and not comics, because both of those have their own categories.
Yes.
So look forward to that. That's a lot of fun. So yeah, we have 3 different categories for books. And hopefully I can get my manga observation video out before too long, so that at least that it will uh, at least then it will actually kind of determine what is going to be allowed to be in the manga category, while what is going to be allowed in the comics category. So there's that. And then finally there is video games. I think that it's worth mentioning that unfortunately, with video games, the only things that will be able to win the total is going to be things that are on the Switch. Um, I think that that's just an important distinction that we make that clear, because that is the only system that all three of us have.
I'm sorry. The only ones that only ones that get Nerd Chat approved get that
Yeah.
are on the Switch,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
We will not be. There will be awards for other things that like on the PlayStation and the Xbox. However, those are going to be more specific to me and Joker.
Yes, because I am strictly Nintendo boy.
Also, there is a possibility for PC games to get awards, but it's probably
Unlikely.
it's probably the smallest chance. At most, I could see continuing video games in the continue category to get some awards, but that would mostly be like Minecraft or freaking whatchamacallit, Final Fantasy, and both of those would mostly be coming from me.
Yeah.
So
Minecraft I can get behind, but I also play that almost exclusively on the Switch.
fair. So those are our
I did spend a lot of time playing it on PC during COVID, that's for sure.
Yeah. So those are our major categories, and those are going to be and those have a ton of awards that are going to be going through them. But then we have some smaller categories. For example, YouTubers of the Year. This is going to be one that there may or may not at this point in time be a total group for YouTubers. That may just be something that we discuss later. But basically, here are the YouTubers that we watch throughout the year, and this is who we think deserves to get the award. There will also be actors of the year, main characters of the year, and supporting characters of the year, and music of the year. Music of the year, I might as well just mention that will both be just regular songs as well as artists or a specific album. There's all sorts of things that that could be in there, and we'll figure out exact details with that. But those are the ones that get the smallest, the least amount of awards, and we just thought we would at least mention them. So there's that. And then for this year, and quite possibly this year alone, there is a chance that we might do this in future years, if we feel like we missed some things. But we will also be doing some retroactives. For example, we will be giving retroactive Nerd Chat approved, as well as retroactive dumpster fires. There is not much that is going to be winning retroactive dumpster fires. And even though dumpster fire is going to be an award, it will probably have the smallest number of things that will be getting the award, compared to like other.
And we rate people as dumpster fires.
I think that's a bit too far. I think it's just going to be like movies and media.
I mean, all right. I mean, Elon Musk.
Fair. He kind of deserves it, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. Just a thought.
Yeah. We'll talk about it in private. But yeah. For example, for the retroactive Nerd Chat approved, we might as well just bring up that Elemental is going to be getting this because we already did this. Most of these I think are going to be getting the classic icon, while some of the ones that are like Elemental is going to be getting a brand new icon, which is what we have That's basically the award that we have currently showing on the in the video. And the reason that it's going to be getting that is because we watched it right afterwards, and pretty much everyone agreed that it was one of the best movies of the year. So, yeah. There's a lot of other things that are in the retroactive. We will discuss them as the time comes. People may start to see, if you follow me on Twitter or Threads. I use Threads. I don't do too much with that. But if you follow me on those, I am going to be putting out I'm going to be sending out the retroactive Nerd Chat approves, as basically like throughout the year. I'm just gonna put them out on my Twitter or my Threads, and you guys will see them. I don't think that everything is gonna be showing up there because there's a lot of retroactives that we need to give out. But that's gonna be where a vast majority of
Stop it, you lightning bastard.
As for the dumpster fires, we're not going to reveal those until the actual day.
Nope, those have to be secret.
Yeah, those have to be secret just because they're really bad and there's not that many of them. So those will not be showing up in videos or whatever. So might as well mention that. There is a chance that we might discuss the things that come out throughout the year in just random nerd chats, and we might hint that they might be getting a nerd chat approved during the actual event.
Ooh.
But there's a pretty slim chance that it will be getting that anything that we would discuss would actually get the gold one. You'll see when that actually comes out. But yeah, and then there is a final category, and this is the one that we hope gets the least number of awards, and that is the memorial category. This is specifically for people, for artists, for creators who unfortunately have passed throughout the year. Will also include some people who have retired from the from whatever they do. I'll just briefly mention that some YouTubers will probably be on this because they retired this year.
Other people are on it because they've passed away.
And we will make it very clear in the actual award that these people who are getting these awards are whether they retired or they actually passed away. But yeah, so those ones are going to be very specially designed. So those ones are probably the ones that we want the least number of those awards to go out. But yeah, usually it's mostly going to be artists / creators who have died, not the ones that have. It's rarely going to be those who have retired unless they really made a really big impact in the world, and unfortunately they're just not going to be in the public eye as much for whatever reason. So there's that. And yeah. I think that. Do you think we should mention the warnings at all in this video, or no?
We are gonna mark things that we would say. We are gonna say that there are some things that are for certain ages, because we are adults and we do watch things that are designed for adults at times. And while we know that a lot of our people and friends have children, or are even children or young, or even just have morals that do not always align with ours. We'll be giving things a rating based on content as well.
Yes. So just for an example, might as well mention this one. There is going to be a few retroactives for like Harry Potter, because even though Harry Potter was a very instrumental story to all of us, we also really hate the author. So
yeah. While we feel it's appropriate to
you two do.
We're not going to get into that.
Well, while we appreciate what Harry Potter has done for the the general population, pop culture, and things like that, we also fully believe that J.K. Rowling has not put out views that are conducive to what we believe.
Yeah, and it feels like she's getting worse, but that's beside the point.
That's because she is.
Um, we'll discuss that as the things come around. Um, and basically, all it will be is that there will be in the actual image, it will say either disclaimer or it will say over 18 for things that are over 18. Um, if it's not something that's necessarily you should be over 18 before you read this or watch this. But there are certain things that are kind of in a weird situation. It'll have the disclaimer, and we will put like information like when I post out the retroactives in the comments. I will briefly mention what exactly the disclaimer is about, as well as in the uh, when we release the actual file for everything that we watched throughout the year. That will actually be getting the warnings will be on the final page of the sheet that we've got, and that will be released at the end when shortly after the award ceremony. And we'll be going through all of that as the things come out. But yeah. Anyways, that is Nerd Chat approved. We will be as I said, we might mention some things about it throughout the year, but we're still gonna be like kind of keeping things a little bit under sleeve. So, yeah, look forward to that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think that a lot of people are really going to enjoy seeing that. Just a quick little thing. Not everything on the back wall is going to be getting a Nerd Chat approved. Some of these things were put in there because of the fact that we like them, but not necessarily because they deserve to be given an award. So there's that. We'll talk about that as things come out. Even though all of these would technically they could win a retroactive one, we are not going to be going over that. I also would like to briefly mention retroactive. There is one more retroactive award that is going to be going out, and that is for board games. They will not be. They will likely never be in a new to in any of the regular categories and get a whole bunch of awards because we just don't play enough board games. But when there's a board game that we feel is really important or really good, we will be giving some of those awards. And there's going to be a lot of those will be in retroactive.
Yes.
Such as Blood on the Clock Tower. We'll discuss that later. But yes, that's going to be one of the retroactives. Anyways, with that out of the way, we can finally start discussing our actual discussion of the video, Star Wars Battlefront.
Which I am currently playing.
Yes. You guys might be able to hear it in the video. I'm not 100% certain on that. But yes, Jack is playing Star Wars Battlefront right now.
Yes.
And
I'm currently playing Assault, which is where you have all the heroes. So no basic characters, so no clone troopers, no rebels. Just heroes, so I'm currently playing as Elia Secura.
Cool.
Which is nice because she has 2 lightsabers, but sucks because you can't, in this mode, you can't, like, take command posts or anything. You just have to kill a certain number of them. And because I have lightsabers and the bots are idiots, there's a lot more of my own people dead than there are bad guys.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for it to be over, honestly.
Fair enough.
This is not as fun a mode as I hoped it would be. Because when it used to be on the PC, it used to be like just you could normally, with the stealing command posts and that kind of thing. But apparently they didn't keep that aspect. There's very few things that they did change when they brought it over from PC. But yeah, that's one of them apparently.
Yeah. So for the record, I have not played any of the Star Wars Battlefronts. Whether that be the original 2, or the ones that are, I think technically the new ones are considered canon. Joker, do you know about that? Is Joker even here still?
I think they are considered canon. Yeah.
Oh, Joker's muted. That's what the problem is. Probably has something going on. But I believe, from what I've heard, the two recent ones are canon. These ones are not. Which I mean, fair.
That makes sense.
Aren't these like they take characters from all over the multiverse or whatever?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because Kit Fisto was on there too. I was just playing as him not too long ago.
Like, granted, there's gonna be parts of either version that would not be canon no matter what you do. But I think like the story of them is what people are consider that is what's considered technically canon or technically not canon.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, the Battlefronts are probably like some of the games that you could really take it or leave it as being quote unquote in the canon. And that's like one of the big problems with Star Wars in general is like they're not really the best when it comes to what is canon and what is not. But yeah.
Yeah, this is true.
Like, I think at this point in time, when Disney took over, I think that they said that the only thing that was canon was the at that point the new Clone Wars and the original 6 movies, and that was it.
Oh, I just got victory. Woo.
Nice.
I don't know how that happened.
Which is a little bit annoying because obviously the books, the movie, a lot of the video games were suddenly cut out of the canon, and a lot of people really liked a lot of those video games. Like that was where frickin' Shakti had her most canon death in the video games. But then they changed it. I don't know. I just think that's kind of funny with the Shakti situation as well. We've obviously discussed that in private. Like, Shakti has like the most decanonized deaths because she was supposed to die in the original Clone Wars. She was supposed to die in the movie in the third movie. She was supposed to die in, or for the longest time, her canon death was in Force Unleashed, and then now we don't know if she's technically canonly dead. Although it's hinted that it's likely one of the 2 deleted scenes from the third movie, because she was we see in the in Yoda's vision that she dies by getting stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
So technically one of those 2 could be canon. Although I'm not 100% certain if that would be true. Because yeah, they have a shit ton.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, the canonicity is just such a complicated situation.
Especially when Disney comes in and says, "Oh yeah, remember all that work that a bunch of people did for this universe? Yeah, fuck all of them."
Yeah, that's one of the big problems, and it's one of the reasons why even the creators, the current creators and in control of the Star Wars stuff, they like Dave Filoni really wants to make a lot of the Legends stuff canon again.
Yeah.
And he's been working on that. I think that the only things that technically I've said this before, and I will say it a few hundred more times. My personal headcanon is that the frickin' Star Wars: The Old Republic, that is canon. They've continued to make it to do stuff with it since then, so I don't think that there's a reason to not make it to not have it still be canon. Pretty much anything with the Old Republic, I think, should be canon because it really doesn't matter if it's not canon or if it is canon.
Yeah.
It's so long in the past that even Yoda, I'll just say this: even Yoda's grandparents probably have not been born yet. So,
Yeah, with the Old Republic stuff, I think Disney did come out. As long as it's years before whatever they were doing currently, then it's fine.
yeah.
And that it's technically canon, may not be canon, but
Yeah.
the stuff way before Phantom Menace is all good
Yeah.
and fine.
Yeah. Which is mostly like the Old Republic stuff. There is a few other things, I think, with the Legends and stuff that is technically considered canon. I think random
Like
things in
Spain.
Legends are considered are kind of iffy because of the fact that Dave Filoni seems to be wanting to make certain things canon. Like for example, I think that he might be trying at this point in time to make Force Unleashed canon. Surprisingly,
Oh, interesting.
like it's not. I don't think he's like confirmed it or not, but I think that he wants to make that canon because of the fact that it's it's a lot of people's favorite game. So
I mean, it was like the only like lightsaber wielding story type Star Wars game that you could play until
the Jedi stuff, yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah. And another thing with that is like it kind of is in a weird spot anyways because since Starkiller is a secret, it's like why not just make that canon? Like he's very secretive and they're building up the universe so much at this point in time that pretty much anything they if they want to, they could practically make anything canon and it would be perfectly fine. So, I don't know. Because it's a big galaxy. Like unless a character is in two places at once, then why not make it canon? So,
Yeah.
and at this point in time, it feels like that's kind of the point because it's like I said, it's a massive galaxy, and they've been building up the universe so much lately, and we don't really see anything from the main characters at this point in time because they're busy building up the rest of the universe. And
this is true.
Yeah. Although I do have to say, I think that I want to see more stuff in between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakened, as well as stuff that happens.
Which are doing a lot of currently.
They are doing a bit of it right now, but it's really just Book of Boba Fett. It's just the live action stuff at this point. And it's a lot of years between them, so I can understand why it's going to take them a while to get through that. But yeah, mostly Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian are the things that are there. Ahsoka is in there. Heir to the Empire is going to be in there, I think.
Yep.
So they are doing it. It's just taking a long ass time. Which, to be fair, that is the longest time that there is between the two between the series. I think. I could be wrong about that.
I think yeah.
Because what? In between the in between 3 and 4, I think it's like 19 years, give or take.
Yeah. And they've already done stuff with that.
And they've been doing stuff with that forever. So
yeah, they did Rebels, they did Solo, they did Kenobi, they did Rogue One.
They're doing the Jedi stuff.
Rogue One is so good. We watch that one at work so much because our clients just absolutely think it's fabulous, because it is.
It is the only Disney Star Wars film that I enjoy.
Fair.
The rest of them are garbage right now.
I can tolerate, like, 7 because I like Rey to a point, and I like some scenes in 9 because I mean you're never gonna ever top Yoda being like, page turners. They are not. I mean, you can't. And Luke is a sass master, so like I'm here for that little bit there. Those Easter eggs that are my classic characters that I really like. But 8 might as well not even exist.
I think it's funny that
Agreed.
that's actually one thing that we kind of
There's
disagree
some in
on.
them that I like.
Granted, it's mostly because my dad really likes 8.
8 is garbage. It is trash. It should be in the dumpster
The
fire.
problem is that they
Agreed.
just didn't communicate, and it was
Yeah.
the sequels are quite literally the battle of the directors, and I think that that's the biggest problem is that it just there's not a good connection with them.
Oh, you're super on the dot there. Yeah.
So
If they had had
should've
one
just
director like the originals did, they would have been fine. But no, they couldn't settle.
yeah,
And
but I don't think it
now
should have been
they
J.J.
have-
Abrams. It just
No.
because it's too much
The
of a
originals were not.
it's too much of a cameo slugfest. I think is probably the biggest problem.
Yeah, and J.J. Abrams already thinks he knows how to do everything in the entire world, and this is not his baby, and he does not need to pretend it is.
The originals aren't all the same director because the
No,
first
that's
one.
not what I mean. I mean, I guess not the same director, but the same
Person overhead.
person writing the
yeah,
story.
the same skeleton. You know what I mean? Like these guys, they weren't even communicating. Whereas at least in the originals, George Lucas was kind of overseeing everything.
Even though he wasn't the director of everything, he was kind of like the overhead
Yeah,
He
director.
was the one
Especially
making
with
sure
the-
that there was unification.
Yeah. The sequels were like, it's Catherine Kennedy's way or the highway, and you get fired.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah,
And that's what I really dislike about the sequels.
that's valid.
Because
By
too
sequels,
much
you mean 4,
political.
5, and 6, or 7, 8, and 9?
huh?
What?
You mean 7, 8, and 9, right?
Yes, those are the sequels. The original, the prequels, and the sequels.
Gotcha.
The
Okay.
sequels are garbage.
Yeah.
There's
Right.
too much political nonsense in there that
Well, I
didn't
mean, the
really
prequels
need to
has
be
more
in there.
political nonsense than the sequels does.
That's true. And that was partly because that's the way George Lucas wanted it.
Yeah, I guess it makes some sense. I don't know. I think that I think that there was a lot of good ideas with the sequels, but I think it was executed poorly. I think that
Very poorly.
if you were to rewrite them and have it be under like take all of the concepts and then just rework it, I think that you like probably just edited it. It would probably be better. Like maybe add like
Yeah,
a
like
few
the
scenes
whole
here and there. I don't know.
The whole thing with... I really dislike the Luke that they did, and it was garbage.
I kind of
It was literally Mark Hamill, though. What are you
it was
talking
more
about?
of I think
No, like his attitude and stuff. Like he like the whole. If you watch interviews of Mark Hamill talking about it, it actually makes a lot of sense. But like in a way, it's like Luke couldn't have given up the way that he did.
yeah, I think that there's certain things with that
that's
makes sense. I think that there's because I think that you're right that there are certain things that it's just like, oh, this is bad. I think that the story that they were trying to tell, it makes sense. I want to see if it feels like that is going to be an accurate statement as we see more of younger Luke in the in between era. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, granted, we're not going to be seeing Luke directly too much because doing Luke directly is going to be a pain in the ass. And there's so much hatred towards AI right now.
There's
It's
only
like-
so much CGI you can throw on Mark Hamill's face to make him look 12.
yeah, pretty much. But
You know, that's all the stuff that they've taken is all from the original
yeah, and that's another problem
Yeah.
as well.
series.
Is a lot of what they're doing in order to make his face look decent is using AI, which
Yeah, which not
not
good.
great. No.
Not good at all.
Well,
not great.
I think comparatively, I would say that the AI that they're using for that is a little bit, a tiny bit better than some of the AI that's currently being circulated and is really bad.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's good by any means. Let me make that clear. I think that it is a better use for AI than what people are like what Disney recently did with frickin' Wish.
What happened? Whoa! What's with Wish?
So there are rumors, and it hasn't been confirmed or whatever. So technically, I'm just spreading rumors, but a lot of people believe that it was written using AI, and it was.
It does not feel like that, and I've watched it twice now.
So I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of things with that, and it's just like I don't think that it's necessarily just Wish, but also like the artwork that was done at the beginning of Secret Wars or whatever it was called. That was despicable that they were using AI to generate those things.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's clearly AI.
Oh.
Yeah.
For Marvel.
I love that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Where the fuck did you assholes come from?
You mean Secret Invasion, right? Not Secret Wars.
Yes, thank
there's
you.
no...
I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. Yeah, Secret Invasion. Yeah, that's clearly AI, and it's just like, dude, how fucking dare you? Which I have to say, that is the worst part of of that show. The rest of the show I actually liked, which I know is baffling to people, but to be fair, I like a lot of the Star Wars or a lot of the Marvel stuff that has come out, even though a lot of other people really despise it. Like, even you guys despise some of the stuff that I like in that degree.
Yeah.
Like, what was a good example? I liked frickin' I like the Marvels, and I'm tired of saying of people thinking that I don't. Like, I do not understand the hatred towards them. I also do not understand the hatred towards, Miss Marvel. Or, yeah. Is it Miss or Ms? Whatever it is.
I have a lot of issues with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that it's racism, except that I know that some people are like that. It is not.
Oh, no.
I know it's not.
It is totally
It's
not.
not.
I don't care about race.
I know it's not. For you, it's not. But for some people, it is, and I think that that's just like, what the fuck, or also sexism. It's not everyone. Let me make that clear. That is not everyone who dislikes it. But there are some people who have said things, and I've heard things about people say these things about this show, and I'm just like, dude, that is extremely racist what you are saying.
No, the only issues I have with it is that they didn't keep it towards the comics.
Yeah, I think that I think that is one of the
say.
biggest issues. Is why did they not keep her Inhuman?
Yes, because I love the Inhumans, and the Inhumans are amazing, and they should have done more with that. And I think part of the reason why is because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of ruined it, but also didn't ruin it at the same time because they were trying to introduce something really cool.
Yeah.
And a lot of people attacked it.
Yeah.
And I was like...
I don't know why people didn't like Inhumans. It was a good show, guys. Come on.
It is really slow. That's one of the issues I have with it, of not watching it all, because it is really slow.
Yeah.
But the concept of it,
I think the slowness at first makes a lot of sense for what it is. At the start, I had a feeling that when season 2 came out, it was going to be a lot faster. And it was going to continue to get faster. It was kind of the same issue that I had with the original Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. When that first started, I was not too thrilled with it. It was slow, it was boring, blah 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 blah. But then as you watch more of it, you're like, oh, that's where they're going. And then it went ham. It was great. So, yeah.
I like the beginning seasons. The later seasons, not so much. Even though I've never finished it.
Agree to disagree. I think that there are absolutely some seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that were really bad, but that last season was chef's kiss, in my opinion. I know that's a bit of a controversial opinion, but I really liked the time travel, and it was fun. Granted, part of that feels like it was an excuse to make it so that it wasn't technically canon anymore, or it could be considered canon. But, yeah.
Well, if it is canon, then the TVA needs to come and arrest them.
Maybe that's something that they're going to do. Maybe they were in a alternate universe. They got put into an alternate universe, and then because of like Deadpool's fuckery or something in Deadpool 3, they're gonna join up with the main universe or some shit. That would be cool.
Oh, that would be hilarious. I would watch that.
Deadpool 3 is gonna be amazing, and we all know this. I don't know why people are already like, oh no, it's gonna be bad.
No, it's gonna be freaking hilarious.
Like, I don't hear it too often. Most people are like, this is going to be the best movie ever. But every now and again, I see people who are seeing, like, the TVA trailers, and they're like, oh, no. And I'm like, bruh, what's your fucking problem?
It's the TVA.
Yeah. Like, people liked Loki.
I need to finish Loki.
You should. It's really good. Sorry, we're getting distracted, and Jack is just confused as heck because he hasn't watched a lot of this stuff.
No, Jack's barely paying attention.
Oh, fair enough.
Jack is too entertained with playing Battlefront.
This is true. I'm trying to get legendary on this one skill so that I permanently get the award rifle.
Oh, yeah. Those are always fun. That takes forever to do, but...
It does. But in this, there's a loophole where if you don't switch your gun to the elite rifle when you get the award, it'll just rack up frenzies like crazy, because every 12 shots remains a frenzy if you don't switch.
Ooh.
So you can just basically...
I should do that now.
Yeah, as long as you keep it to the basic.
Yeah,
as long as you keep it to the
on
basic.
The PlayStation.
Yeah, because as long as you keep it to the basic red shooter, then it'll just keep racking up 12-point frenzies.
Mm.
Awesome. I'm already at elite. I just need to get to legendary now.
No, I think the hardest ones
somehow.
I think the hardest ones to do is getting gunslinger and then the rocket launcher and the sniper.
The sniper I like, but you know what's sad is they took, that circular base, the big on Mos Eisley?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so you know how you used to be able to go up that one ramp and you could sit on top of the wall?
Yeah. That's my favorite thing to do.
That ramp. They blocked off the ramp.
You're kidding.
No, I'm dead serious. I was so pissed. I went to go up there with my sniper droid, and there's an invisible wall.
Wow.
Oh, I was so mad. You have to find a way that you have to physically jump from the boat to the upper part of the ramp over the invisible wall, because it's not full size.
Oh,
it is bizarre.
Sucks.
I agree.
I hate that.
It's so annoying.
That's my favorite thing to do on that map.
I know.
You just go up there and people are like in that area
and you can just pick them off like fish in a barrel. It's awesome.
Yep.
I don't know if maybe they thought more kids were gonna play or what, but for whatever reason they made it so that it's really fucking hard to get up on top of that wall.
And of course, Zev has no idea what we're talking about.
No.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
That's my comfort map, and I'm so mad that I'm going to have to find another way to get my sniper up there.
That's annoying.
It's so annoying.
You'd have to like. I guess the only way to get up there now is to like use a Jedi and jump up there, or use Boba Fett and Jango Fett to fly up there. That's stupid.
Or you can jump from the boat to the upper part of the ramp if you can get that far. If you take a running start.
Oh, that's still stupid.
I mean, yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it's irritating. My goal right now is to finish the elite rifle and then see where I'm at from there. And then the way I'm gonna get gunslinger and the shotgun one is to use my award rifle, get them down to like 15, 20 people, and then just take a shotgun to wherever they are.
Yeah, shotgun's fun to get.
Where are you hiding? There's one person left. Oh, all right. Victory timed out because we got all the bases.
Oh, random thought. So, you guys haven't seen the Pokemon Go stuff, right?
Nope.
I've seen one meme about it. How everyone thinks it's Uncanny Valley.
Oh, it's bad. It's really, really bad. There is a there are so many issues. Quixote has actually been heavily involved on Twitter about this whole thing, and I think he's working on a video discussing like character creation and why things need to be able to stay so that things don't change too much for characters. Because like one of the things that really pissed him off a while ago is the World of Warcraft situation, where they basically a lot of the characters got de-uglified.
What? That's weird.
Very weird, and I don't know all of the details because I stopped playing before then, but yeah, but like I showed you guys the video or the picture of the extreme freaking gamer head, right?
Yeah.
So that so there's that. There's all sorts of they have the weird bow legs, which a lot of people are that's like one of the big things that people are pissed about. And then there's also the freaking whatchamajiggle, the massive hands. Like the hands kind of work if for like the larger character models, but if you don't have the large character model, then it's just like these massive meaty claws, and it's just disgusting. So there's that, and then there's the upskirt situation, which I am not going to go over. Just if you know, you know. But it's
oof, that doesn't sound
it's
good.
bad. It's really, really bad. But yeah, a lot of people. My dad, when he saw or Quixote, sorry, when he saw the picture of for the promotional thing, he went, "Why would anyone want this?"
What?
Like it's really, really bad. I'm gonna send you guys the promotional image.
Oh
It's
man.
bad.
No. When you push the wrong button and all of a sudden it wants to play the campaign. Whoopsie.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's a good campaign.
All right, I just sent you the.
I mean, I want to play the campaign at some point, but I'm doing instant action as I usually do.
That's fun too.
Yeah.
Such a good game.
The more I play instant action, the more prepared I'll be to play in a campaign.
Yeah.
That's my theory anyway, and I'm sticking to it.
But yeah, so yeah, I sent you the guys the image. But yeah, people have been posting all over the internet, all like their old designs of their characters and now the new ones, and they're just
Oh, that is weird.
oh yeah, it's bad.
It's so. They were not kidding when they said Uncanny Valley. Good grief!
Here, I'm gonna send you guys another one. This is a
please
side by
don't.
side of a person's character. Like
Good Christ!
the old one, the new one, and it's just it's bad.
It is bad.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, like like I said, there is an upskirt situation, and it's creepy. And you need eye bleach for it. The image is circulating, and it's just like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna. I'm not even like. I don't even want to send you guys that image because it's disgusting.
Send it to me privately, then.
You sure? You ready
Yeah.
for? You have your eye bleach ready?
After what I've seen this week, Zephram, there is absolutely nothing you can do to scare me.
You sure about that?
Positively positive in every positive way.
Okay, enjoy.
Hang on, I'm killing a bunch of clones.
Mm.
Die, Jedi, die. What did I just
No.
say?
No Jedi. I am no Jedi. I am just a rebel.
And obviously, I'm keeping these images off of the channel, but because they're bad. If you want to check out Quixote's Twitter, you can find out. You can find all of them.
You can find out just how bad they
Yeah,
are.
let's leave it at that. Oh yay.
Oh no! There's a design flaw from hell. Good God! How do you make that mistake?
I don't know.
Like, how does your editor see that and not go, we should probably fix that? What the fuck? Like, how does that pass quality control?
Like I said, it's bad. And and Quixote said that he thinks that skirt had shorts underneath before.
I think most of them did, yeah.
So it's just like, why did they get rid of the shorts?
Because they felt like it.
It's bad. It's so.
I guess you could try and claim that they're wearing skin-colored something, but dang, that's not good.
It's god awful. I like, how? Legitimately,
Are you blind?
how?
Yeah,
But yeah, people are pissed. And like I said, I think that
which makes sense.
Quixote is currently working on a video. For those of you who haven't subscribed to his channel yet, go do so. Where he is
Shameless plug.
Yeah, well, I mean, also subscribe to us. That's the more shameless plug. But but he is gonna be. I think he's told me that he's working on a video about character customization, specifically like when it's being upgraded and stuff. Because pretty much every time that people decide we're gonna upgrade we're gonna upgrade it to make it look better, it ends up being bad. Like I said, one of the worst ones is frickin' well, obviously the worst one is this one, but he really hated the World of Warcraft one. There are concerns about the current change with Final Fantasy XIV. However, with that, it's rather interesting because they're taking a lot of the criticism and improving. So I think that that has a lot better of a chance than say this. I've talked to like Lily who sang Fly with Dragons, and she is considering leaving, stopping playing Pokemon Go because of how bad it is.
Oof, that's not good.
No, and I don't talk to a whole lot of people about Pokemon Go, but pretty much everyone that very few of them are not saying that. A vast majority of them are saying that that they are thinking of leaving it.
Oof, that's crazy.
Yeah. So expect Pokemon Go to suddenly die.
Right?
Yeah. I think that it's gonna be especially bad with people who spent money on it. Because a lot of the things that they spent their money on are now lost, such as the poses are, and yeah, it's bad. Let's just leave it at that.
They deleted all
I don't
that
think
stuff?
they deleted it all. I think that I think that you might have to repay for it or some shit. I don't remember. I haven't asked.
Oh my goodness, that's
It's-
ridiculous. I would be unbelievably angry.
Yeah. Because a lot of the pictures that I'm seeing, are they've lost their poses, and it's just like, what the actual fuck?
That is not okay.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just that it takes off the pose for a bit, but I don't know.
Yeah, either way, I don't like it.
There's a lot wrong with it.
It feels shady.
Ugh. Very much so.
Anyway,
Anyways, yeah, we should we've been going for about an hour. So yeah, we talked about Star Wars, we talked about Pokemon, and we've talked about the Nerd Chat Awards, which expect more details as the throughout the year. But now we don't really have to be as secretive about it. We're obviously going to keep some things closer to chest, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. Maybe we'll have like special guests or whatever to be a part of the award ceremony. But almost everything, pretty much everything, is gonna be decided by us. It is not gonna be like a public choice or anything like that. So I just wanted to make that clear about about this whole thing. But yeah, just so there's a few things. And yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this nerd chat. I've been Electro Ninja. He's been Jack. He's been Joker, and we will see you guys next time. But on.